Good morning. This is Rob Harrington. A long time ago, 1992, I wrote a book called The Guerrilla Automotive Shopper. Google it up. Been out there for a long time. I'm not selling you books. I gave them away for free decades ago. 37 years in this business. And one thing I found in 2023 is that most used cars are pure crap. They're falling apart. People can't afford to fix them. If they can't afford to fix them, they trade them into a franchise store. The franchise store then turns the junk into the auction, and guys like me got to fix them up and then try to resell them, which is not fun anymore because every single one of them needs something, okay, or a lot of things. Or they keep the car because through the COVID issues in the past and supply chain issues, they've gotten over into the independent markets lane, if you will. Now they're selling junk used cars. So good luck with that, franchise owners. I hope that you get wiped out on the internet when people give you bad reviews for selling them crap, because that's how human beings are. They want to blame everything on everybody else, right? So anyhow, bottom line, if you are a parent or a young person looking to buy a $3,000 car, forget it. It ain't gonna work. You're gonna probably get burned. I'm not saying 100% of the time. I'm saying the majority of the time, you're gonna waste your money. Then you're not gonna be able to afford the $3,000, $4,000 engine or transmission. That's just the way it goes. That's the reality of things. Here's my suggestion, not as a 37-year car guy, but as a dad. What I did, I got my car, my two boys, one was 17, one was 18, and I co-signed on their loans with them for 1 year. Bought them $6,000, $7,000 cars so that they would get some life out of them. Then what we did, and this is for the 17-year-olds' benefit, they cannot sign a bank loan contract. But what you can do is go to your credit union. Forget the banks. They don't care about us. They're for the big corporations. They're not for the little people like us. Forget the banks. Go to a credit union. Okay? Credit union. Open up an account. Offer to ACH the payment for that car. If you're going to put $3,000 to buy cash for a car, we'll put $3,000 down. Your $6,000, $7,000 car now becomes $100 to $150 a month car. You take your child to the bank, you open up a checking account, or with the credit union, with the credit union, and you ACH the payment every month for that car, for the car loan with the credit union. You'll get a 0.25% or so savings and get a better deal on your rate that way. Number two, it'll build responsibility with your child or yourself if you're a young person, and you'll build credit. The bank has a lot of reasons why they'll do this. Number one, the money's already sitting in their account. Number two, it's going to be ACH. Number three, you put 40, 50% down. That's called an equity deal. The credit union has nothing to lose to loan you the money at that point. Okay, Rob, 17, not contractually liable to a loan. Absolutely. But if your child's working, or you're a working young person, let's say, and you take copies of all your checks that you deposit now into your new account with the credit union and keep copies of your deposits, after 1 year of perfect payments, there is a good chance that the credit union will now reapprove you. So as a parent, if you're co-signing, you get off 1 year and that's it. I'll help you one time for 1 year. And since you're overseeing, you're both jointly on the account, you'll look at that account the night before to make sure the money's in there, because you don't want your credit screwed up, right? So the fourth good reason why this is a good idea is now you're not buying a turd. You're going to buy a car that's actually going to last 2 or 3 years without major issues. Most likely, God willing, the river don't rise, and you maintain it properly. You will fix something on it in that 2 to 3 years. It's going to happen, okay? But this just makes perfectly much better sense. Better car, build credit, teach responsibility, and it's foolproof, and it works. I did it with both my sons, and I'm gonna wrap this up now. Both sons, after 1 year, I frog marched them back in, and both of them got loans. Credit union says, well, your 17-year-olds, technically, you didn't co-sign on a loan. They weren't on a loan. I said, but if you look at his deposits, that was his money he deposited. It was his account. He made the payments. Give him a break. And they said yes. Both of them got brand new loans that day at the credit union, and they've built their credit up 4 or 5 years later to just beautiful credit, late 700 beacons. They're adults, and they handle things in an adult manner because their dad taught them to do that. Why don't you be the right person and do the same thing. Rob Harrington signing off. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy life. Good luck and blessings. God bless you.